Hi everybody and welcome to my first Flosstube. My name is Jennie and I have an Instagram account called Jen's Stitchy Corner, which you may already be following. If you would like to, please do go over there. I'm going to be sharing all things cross stitch over there with my current whips. So I am very nervous, so please do bear with me today. I'm going to tell you more information about me and how I became so in love with cross stitch. So I'm going to tell you my journey. I will also show you the whips that I've got on at the moment. So I have about 7 on the go. So I'll be sharing some information on those. I'll also be showing you current plans that I have, and also I'll be telling you more about Flosstubers that I've been following and I just think you should. So I'll be talking more about that later on in the video. So let's get started. My name's Jennie and I live in Coventry in the West Midlands. I am married with 3 children, 2 of which are at primary school and 1 that's at secondary. So they are growing up far too quickly for my liking. So yeah, right. Coventry is known for Lady Godiva and the cathedral. Those are the most famous things we have here to talk about, which a lot of you probably already know. But yeah, those are the things Coventry is best known for in the UK. We've had some glorious weather. Just recently, we took our children to Legoland to make the most of the weather because my son has just completed his SATs exams, so we wanted to do something nice for him. And we had a blast. The kids absolutely loved it. The weather was glorious while we were there. It wasn't too hot either, because as we know, heat in the UK, when we get it hot, we get it stifling hot, that it's just uncomfortable. It's not like abroad heat. So it was just lovely. Made the weekend for us. It was just brilliant. So yeah, Legoland was amazing. So let's talk about my cross-stitching journey. I used to go to my grandparents with my parents and my brother every Sunday afternoon, and we'd have good family chit-chat, great food, great company, and it was just lovely. And those memories will be with me forever. They're just amazing. So my cousin and my auntie used to come along as well, and we just would chat away. And my cousin started cross stitching, and she would bring all of her work and bits that she's bought along to my nan's for us all to see, and they were just stunning. And I turned around to my mum and said, I'd really like to try that, mum. And my mum says, oh, I quite fancied trying it too. So we bought kits together, and it went from there really. I started on obviously the children's sort of material where it's the big holes, and worked up and got more and more into it and did bigger projects. So the first one I'm going to show you is one that I did when I was around, I'd say 11. I started stitching when I was about 8. So this would be about right. So I've got the Calendar Bears cross stitch pattern to show you that I've completed, and it was just a beautiful stitch. So it's all the months with all the bears, and yeah, I'm going to show you that one. Now I do apologise if there's glare. I don't know how this is going to go because it's in a frame, so I don't know if there's going to be too much glare, so I'm probably going to have to like angle it a bit and hide my face. But that is Calendar Bears, and I just absolutely love stitching this. I mean, look how cute the little bunny is for the April one. You've got the little ducky one. The wedding one's lovely. And then my favourite is the Boo one. How good is that? The Boo one. Oh, I love it. That's the October one, and I just absolutely love that one. So I I stitched this one when I was that young, but I kept it in a cupboard. So I've only just in the sort of 10 or so years framed it. And that is normally sits on my landing upstairs. I don't believe that kit is available anymore. I think you have to go through eBay if you're going to try, but it's one that's not readily available. It's just quite old, like me. So, another one that I did when I was younger was Country Companions, and this one was out of a magazine, I believe. And just how cute is this design? So you've got Mummy Hedgehog and the little boy hedgehog. Well, I think it's a boy anyway. And it's just super cute, getting ready to go out on his adventures, looking like in the rain because he's got like a rain mac on. And I really need to do something with this one. It's one that I did so long ago, which again has just been in a cupboard, and I really do need to get it framed or do something with it. But yeah, that was just a beautiful stitch. That is on 14 count, a white Ada, and yeah, absolutely loved stitching that. So that is a couple of the stitches that I've done when I was younger. After that, I carried on stitching pretty much constantly until my children came along, and then it slowed down a little bit. I carried on stitching in between when I could, but obviously all your focus is on your children and those memories that you're making and how precious that time is. So I did cut down a little bit on it, and I tried to stitch when I could, but my children were priority at that point. And in the last 4 years or so, I've really ramped up again to doing stitching. My sister-in-law had mentioned Caterpillar cross stitch and how lovely their kits are. There's no back stitch, which is good. Well, back stitch is nice on kits. It does add that extra detail when you need it, but their kits, you don't need it. They're just beautiful without it. So I found Caterpillar cross stitch, and I bought quite a few kits and bits from them over the years, and I still buy and I still will. They're just lovely. But I do want to challenge myself on new projects in the future, so watch this space. Hopefully I'll be having lots more on the go. So yeah, that is everything really. I think I then ramped it up, and now I've got 7 whips on the go. So we'll get straight into it, shall we? So the one that I've picked up and I wanted to get on with, because I'd put this one away when my son was about to be born, my middle son. So it's 11 years old since I put this away. God knows how long ago I bought the kit. So I'll show you what it's going to look like when it's done. So this is the Born Free collection from DMC, and it is Night of the Wolves. And as you can see, it is just an absolutely beautiful pattern. You've got all those stars at the top. You've got Mr. Wolf in the middle, and it's the eyes every time that draws me to this. It was the same with the tiger one that I did, that I showed on Instagram. This is just absolutely a stunning project. So yeah, so let me show you my beautiful wolf, and he is just absolutely stunning. As you can see, I've done, so all of this half here from the head up, it's from that up is where I was, and I'd put it away. So since picking it up, I've started again on this sky bit here, which is all half stitch, and then you've got the stars, which is full stitch, and there's some glittery thread in there as well, which is really pretty. So this is on 16 count Ada, and it's like a bluey grey sort of material. The needle minder is a caterpillar cross stitch one, and I believe that was from a I think it was from one of the calendars, but I can't remember if it was the first one or the second one. I think it might have been the first one actually. But how beautiful is that? So a lot of work to do on this one. It is a big kit, but I can't wait to finish my wolf. He is so beautiful. I wish I hadn't neglected him for so long. So I'm really looking forward to getting back on him. So I'm just going to pop him over here so I can show you the next bit. Okay, so next we have it's a caterpillar cross stitch, this one, and it is Woodland Whimsies, which was a sub box which we had last year, I believe, around the sort of springtime. And just look how cute those characters are. It is a bit of me, this sort of kit. I love animals and nature and wildlife. So these are the sort of kits I do tend to lean towards. And yeah, I just love this design. So this was in a sub box where you get I think it's 3 items you get in a caterpillar cross stitch sub box, and they come every 3 months. And it's great because you can pause a box. So if that box isn't particularly a design you want, you can pause it and then just go for the next one. It is really good that you can do that. But I haven't really used it because everything so far I've wanted. But it's a lovely little sub box where you get some goodies. Sometimes there's a sweet treat in there, which makes the box even more amazing. So this is my progress on Woodland Whimsies. The needle minder is cotton and clay, and that is where I've got to. So I've done my little mouse and my robin. I've done the beautiful mushrooms and the flowers. So it's coming along quite quickly, this one. It's a nice little stitch. The materials are like a mint sort of colour. It is really pretty. And this is 14 count Ada. And it is just lovely. Really like that one. I don't think it's going to take long for that one to stitch up. It is so beautiful. Definitely recommend that one. I think it's still available on the Caterpillar Cross Stitch website, but again, I will try and link what I can. It's something that I've got to learn, but I will try and do all this in the comments. Might have to get my son to help me with all these technology questions. So the next one to show you again is another Caterpillar Cross Stitch one, and with the weather we've been having in the UK, it was just the perfect time to start this. And it is Hello Sunshine by Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and it is an absolutely stunning design. The colours are what drew me to this. They are just amazing, really bright colours. I'll see if I've got the colours in here to show you just an idea of what these colours look like. Let's have a look. They are a little tangled. So these are the colours that you get with that kit. How stunning are they? Especially this yellow here. Beautiful pinks, reds, greens. And they are just stunning colours, which is what drew me to this one. I thought bright and colourful. That's what the weather's doing at the moment, and that's what we need. So this is the progress on that one. And oh, I love doing the little bumblebee. How cute is he? My daughter keeps coming over to see what I'm doing. She is starting to show interest in the cross stitching, which is I'm really chuffed about. But yeah, that bumblebee for me is what I loved stitching. Hard to put down, but I do need to perhaps carry on with this one and make it a priority, because I'd like to get this done if I can for the end of the summer. If not, it will be coming out during each season, because I've got all 4 of these trees to do. So I've got the autumn, the winter, and the spring. So I need to crack on really, because these ones I would like to put on the wall behind me. There's no pictures on this wall, it's our extension in the kitchen, so I'd really like to get some pictures on here. So when I next do a video, hopefully I'll have done a bit more on that one. And the needle minder on this is a caterpillar cross stitch one. That goes with the autumn tree, I believe. That's the next one in the collection. Again, stunning. So that's the caterpillar cross stitch one. Next I'm going to show you Sycamore Gap. Sycamore Gap is just a beautiful, beautiful design. The colours in the sky are what drew me to this pattern. And obviously the cute little sheep, who can't go wrong. This one is done by Lucy Pittaway and it's through Bothy Threads. And just look at it. I mean, how lovely is that design? And just a beautiful way to remember this poor tree that was chopped down. It is just such a shame. But this design has put the memory how it should be remembered, I'd say. I just think it's such a beautiful design. And those pinks in the background there, I love that too. So this is how far I've got. I've done a page, I think, of the pattern. There's six sort of sections to the pattern. And I've done one page. And oh, this is just so pretty. All these blues and the stars. And then you've got the tree developing there. The needle minder is a cotton and clay needle minder. I needed a little sheep for this project, and I'd seen that Laura had got some lovely, lovely designs on her website, and thought I need that little sheep. So yeah, I decided to get that needle minder. The material is 14 count and it's white Ada again. So all my projects at the moment are Ada. I do want to challenge myself with a linen project or an even weave. I haven't decided yet. My eyes aren't the best, so doing something like that is going to be quite a challenge. I'm happy to work on Ada. I think, you know, I love the way they look on Ada, but I'm seeing so many beautiful projects from everybody else who work on linen and even weave, and it's tempting me to push myself and try something like that. So if you've got any tips or tricks for doing linen, please do comment in the comments below, or any advice as to what sort of kit I should start with first. I don't know whether full coverage would be easier, but yeah, if that's something you've got knowledge on with linen, then please do shout out. I'd love to know what is best to try. I'm seeing so many beautiful materials out there, from Coffee Craft, is it, fabrics, and Swan Bay fabrics, and there's just so many that I'd like to think, oh, I like that, I want to try that. So yeah, if anybody's got any advice for that, please do comment below. I'd love to hear. Right, what haven't I showed you? Right, let's show you Coastal Peaks. So Coastal Peaks, I picked this one up. Again, the weather was calling to me and I thought this one needs to be started. So this is Coastal Peaks, and it is just a beautiful design. This one was a sub box again. It came in this sub box that we've just had, and in that sub box we got a hoop. We got a pina colada lollipop, which was delicious. Didn't last long. We got yellow scissors as well. I think that was everything. I think it's normally 3 things that you have. So their sub boxes are amazing. And if you're not already joined, then I would recommend it if you want these sort of kits. So this is where I've got to on here. The needle minder is from the stitching retreat that I went to at Caterpillar Cross Stitch last year. An amazing event. I can't wait for this year's. I spent so much money on haul when I went, and it was just amazing. Lovely, lovely people there. So I've gotten halfway on this one, and there is a bit of a story to this. I've had to fudge it. I'd gotten quite a way in, basically, and my tree had gone wrong, and I could not face frogging it. Sometimes you have to frog it and you can't get away with fudging, but this one I thought I'm going to just have to fudge because I can't face and frogging all that. And I think it's worked out okay. I think you'd know if you're doing the pattern where I've gone wrong. You can see it a little bit, but I just wanted to carry on. I thought I could not face frogging all that. So I went with it. So I'm halfway there, not too much farther to go on that. So that one's 16 count again, and it's a full kit through Caterpillar Cross Stitch. But yeah, when I went to the retreat last year, it's just an amazing experience. I came away with a friend from there. She was lovely. We still keep in touch now. We sometimes stitch along together if we're doing the same kit. We've kept in touch all this time. We send each other photos of progress, etc. So it'd be lovely to see her again at the stitching retreat this year. And I would just say, like, the stitching community is just amazing. People are just so lovely and kind. I'd never known a community like it. If you're stuck with anything, people will always help you. People are always complimenting you on your work. And just reaching out, it's just so friendly. It's lovely. So yeah, I'm so glad that I found it on Instagram. It's like nothing I've ever experienced before. So anyway, let's do the next one, which is Anchor, and it's Wordsworth, and I'd just like to say. So this little cute guy here, my husband bought me quite a few years ago now, and it's been sat in my cupboard, and I thought I really do need to get you started, really, don't I, little guy? And how cute is he? He's just lovely. So I decided to start him as well, and yeah, he's just super cute. So that's an Anchor one, and it's 14 count again, and that's where I've got to. So I've started doing the brickwork here, stitching all this, and that is his arms there resting on the brickwork. The needle minder is a Caterpillar Cross Stitch membership needle minder. So yeah, but that is slowly coming along. I don't think this one will take too long. It's quite an easy stitch to stitch up, and that one is just beautiful. So yeah, I need to pick that one up a little bit more as well. So the last one I have to show you is this beauty, which is an ancient one again. I've had it in the cupboard and brought it out recently and said, this is too beautiful. Why have I not started it? So this is Unicorn and Maiden by Joan A. Elliott. And just look at that. How beautiful is her dress and the detail on it. And then you've got the lovely unicorn as well. So I bought this pattern from Pole Stitch, and I also got the material at the same time. And then I bought the cottons and things as I've gone along. And this is the progress. And look how beautiful this material is. It is like blues, pinks, purples, and it kind of matches the material that's in the pattern on the picture. So this is how far I've gotten on here. As you can see, I've started the dress. The gaps here are where there's got to be beading put in or French knots. And I think there's 1 or 2 cottons that I don't have, which I need to buy. The needle minder is the Enchanted Realms needle minder from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And how beautiful is that? It's going to be difficult on this because I've not done beading, and I've not done French knots in quite some time, so that's something I've got a bit of a challenge for me. But I have watched, I think it's Catkin Lily. They've done a video all about beading, so I'm going to follow that, I think, and have a go. But I think I'm going to do the French knots and the beading all at the end on that. I think I need to do all the stitching first. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with that one. The only regret I have with that one is that I bought 14 count Ada. I wish I'd bought bigger. I wish I'd gone for like an 18 count on that one, just to make it a little bit neater. But I don't want to waste the material, and it does look okay. It is okay. It's just because I'm so used to doing 16 count, 18 count at the moment, I think, oh, should I have done that? But I am going to go with it because it's too pretty a piece to waste that material. So I've shown you everything I have. I hope you like the kits that I'm working on. So plans. I am hoping to put a lot of focus onto my wolf this month. He is what I want to work on the most, with it being the oldest kit as well. I really want to put 110% in there and get him moving a little bit more. So he will be my focus. I want to work on my tree, my summer tree. I really would like to get as far of that as I can. It would be great if I finished that for the summer, but I have to be realistic with the amount I've got on. I don't know if that will happen. If not, it will be put away and bought out next year and finished, because I'd like to move on to the autumn tree in the autumn time, and then the same with the other two, you know, doing the seasons. So yeah, that is my plans. I will try and pick up everything else where I can. I would love to finish my 2 smaller ones from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, the Coastal Peaks and the Woodland Whimsy, but I just need to see where we go, and most likely I'll have a new start or something else will crop up that I want to try. So yeah, we have to be realistic as to how much time we have to do these things. So yeah, those are my plans at the moment. So I think that is everything. So thank you so much if you are still here. I hope you've enjoyed all of the whips that I've showed today. Please do comment in the comments below if you're stitching any of the projects I'm on. I'd love to hear how you're getting on, if you're doing different material, if you're doing different colours in your kits. I'd love to know. Or if you've got any advice or tips and tricks on beading and linen, I would love to know that as well. I love hearing other people's feedback, so I would love to hear that. Now I'm going to tell you about some Flosstubers that I'd like to shout out to you, who have just inspired me to do my own video. They are lovely, lovely people, easy to watch. They all have beautiful projects on the go, and I keep putting them on my wish list, which keeps getting bigger and bigger, as we all do. So if I give those guys a shout out, let me just find out then where I put them in my notes so I get them all right for you. So first we have Stuart in Stitches. Oh my gosh, his projects are amazing. His stitching is beautiful. There are so many on his list that I would like to pick up and do. So I've already added a few onto my wish list. So go check him out. I will link everything in the comments below anyway. Then I have got Butterfly Stitches. also known as Cotton and Clay. She produces needle minders, which you've seen on my video, a couple of those, and she shows all of her beautiful stitching, and some of the things she's doing are amazing. The colours that she's picking on certain kits are so vibrant and beautiful. The material she's choosing, it's just worth going and seeing what she's putting together. So please do go follow Butterfly Stitches. Then we have Pam at Ditsy Daisy Crafts. Pam is lovely. I could listen to Pam talk all day long. She is so lovely. She's got so many projects that she's completed already, and the finishings are amazing. So I'm going to probably go back and watch those myself, because her finishings are beautiful. She does them really quickly as well. So it's worth going and seeing Pam's beautiful stitching and finishes. Next we have Woolly Woolly Sheep Sheep. And I just love that. Woolly Woolly Sheep Sheep. How beautiful is that? I love it. You won't forget that one, will you? So that's Heather at Woolly Woolly Sheep Sheep. She's got some beautiful designs on the go as well. Her videos are lovely. So please do go and watch Woolly Woolly Sheep Sheep. She's lovely. And yeah, again, I'm adding more of her kits to my wish list. So the last one we have is Stitching Magic 111. And that's Lindsay. And Lindsay has just come back into stitching. She's doing a lot of the caterpillar cross stitch ones like myself. And she has some other projects on which are beautiful. It's definitely worth going and seeing Lindsay. She's such a lovely lady. And I think it's Lindsay's video that probably pushed me to get the courage to do my own Flosstube. So it is definitely worth going and watching Lindsay. Such a lovely lady. And that's everybody that I'd like to talk about today. So all I'd like to say is thank you so much if you're still here. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's not been too bad, actually. I'm still here. So yeah, it's been lovely to share with you the works that I've got on. I can't wait to get stuck into these now and get some more progress to show you for next time. If you would like to subscribe, that would be fabulous. And if you'd like the video, then please do give it a like. And if you can hit the bell as well, that will tell you that I'm doing another video to view. So I plan to do another video next month just to show you my next lot of progress. And we'll go from there. It just depends how much time I get, you see, as to when I do videos. I aim to do it monthly, but if I have more time, I might, do them closer together. It all just depends on time. So at the moment, it's going to be monthly. So thank you so much for watching me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll be back next month. So take care, enjoy your stitching, and look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.